You're listening to Trivista's Small Talks, short conversations with experts throughout our dealerships. So today our topic is diesel tech development, and we'll be discussing the various ways that Trivista is helping to develop the careers of our local and regional youth in the trucking industry, and specifically how that relates to a career of a diesel tech. So not all students have the interest and aptitude or even opportunity to attend a traditional college, so we feel it's important to just show them some of the other really great high-paying career alternatives that are out there. Hello everybody, my name is Anita Massey, and I'm the Director of Marketing at Trivista Companies. Today we're being joined by Joe Morehous, Service Manager at our Trivista, Louisville, Kentucky dealership. Joe, thanks for taking time to talk to us today.
Thanks for having me.
You're absolutely welcome. Happy to have you. So how about we start off by talking about the current situation that seemingly everybody is facing right now, which is a shortage of diesel techs. What can you tell us about the shortage and how it's affecting us here at Trivista?
Yeah, so the technician shortage is something that everybody's facing across the nation right now, and how it is affecting us currently is how we are able to influence these younger technicians and things that we're able to do to get them prepped for the future. So we're not focused on the shortage currently. We are working on developing the future. We are having the mindset of invest in the next generation. I think that's a great mindset to have, especially since no matter who you are the next generation.
That sounds perfect. And I think you're right. It has been a bit of a challenge at some of our locations, and I'm happy to see that we're kind of approaching it with that mindset. Maybe we could talk a little bit about the various levels of a diesel tech's potential career. Do you want to talk about some of the levels of mastery and certification?
Absolutely. So we start off technicians, assuming that a technician is starting off quote unquote green. If they come to us with no experience, we start them off as an apprentice. That is going through all the basic training, getting all the certifications that you are needed to successfully do your job. And then those steps progress as such. You usually start off as an apprentice, then you go to a maintenance tech, then production tech, journeyman, master tech, eventually a shop foreman, and then depending on what you want out of your career, that could advance into management and well advance that as well.
Okay. So I know at Trivista we do hire apprentices, and those come from the local high schools or local trade colleges. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, we do hire people under 18 as well, which gives an advantage to the technician and to us as well to help develop them into what we think a technician should be.
Okay. So as far as, can you speak to the levels of these technicians that we have within Trivista's corporation?
Yes. So starting off with the apprentice, this is something that we are starting to kickstart right now. We are working with local government and the Department of Labor as well to kickstart our apprentice program. What that entails is a technician joins us no matter at what age that they're in. If they fall in the apprentice category, the apprentice category kicks off with 6,000 hours of on-the-job training, as well as 374 hours of classroom time that is mandatory to graduate from the apprentice program. Now, once you graduate this apprentice program, you will have a good idea of what this field entails and the skills that it takes to possess a successful career. From then, from in the apprentice as well, there are pay grades that go along with that. So you reach a certain level, we do bump pay.
Within the apprentice level?
Yes,
okay.
Accordingly.
Okay.
Ideally, by the time that they graduate the apprentice program, here at our Louisville location, it might differ from each Trivista location, but we like to graduate our apprentice technicians out of this program at $30 an hour.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So with that, in the apprentice, it kind of absorbs the next two levels as well. Once you graduate our apprentice program, you will be considered a journeyman. So in the apprentice, you will advance to a maintenance tech, start flying solo, working on your own jobs, doing services, minor repairs, and then a production tech. That is usually where you will learn diagnostic skills, take those skills and advance a little bit further into your career. And then by the time you graduate that program, you come in as the journeyman. A journeyman is a solo technician that is able to do their job almost by themselves.
Okay.
We understand that you're still going to ask for help. You don't know everything.
Right. Okay. And assuming that the pay increases each step up this ladder, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So journeyman and then master tech, what does that entail?
Master tech means that you are a master tech. That means you can do your job to the fullest. You are well versed in these trucks. The skill that you possess makes you a master in this field, especially for internationals. You are familiar with all components and how to work on them.
Okay. All right. And then once you've achieved that level, you can go on within the company to be a shop foreman or get into higher management if you choose to.
Yes, correct. Shop foreman, you are head of the shop. You are a technician that leads the other technicians. You know your stuff so well that you are able to help anybody at any position.
Right. So I think it's interesting, to note here, I think a lot of people look at this trade as maybe lesser than an actual college degree, but if you really look at it, the role of a technician is what they call a STEM field. So it's based in science, technology, engineering, and math. And a lot of people probably don't realize that, but these positions really focus on innovation and problem solving and critical thinking, and then ultimately using a computer. So there's a lot of diagnostics and heavy brain power that goes into this position. It's not just picking up a wrench and working on a truck. All of these different certifications that we just talked about, or levels of certification, is that the same for both bus and truck technicians? Does that apply across the board?
Yes, absolutely. While you are learning how to work on the Class 8 vehicles, you're also learning how to work on our medium duty stuff as well. So those fields expand not only to heavy duty, but medium duty and also school buses.
Okay. And then what about, I know there's different areas of specialty, like a TEM specialist or a fleet maintenance specialist. Can you talk a little bit about that, those areas of specialty?
Yeah, absolutely. Our technicians that they specialize in, it just depends on what your calling is and what you feel like you're most adequate and adapt to feel in this industry. We have technicians that have been doing transmissions for several years, and they've been doing it for 20 plus years. Got guys that are really good at rebuilding engines, and that's really what they focus on. With that, they can also take these skills and focus on fleets and be able to further their career in this if they didn't want to be a technician any longer.
Okay. So really the options are kind of endless, because you can be more of a general technician, or you can really get into a more specialized area where you just focus on engines or just focus on transmissions. And what about like in our lease rental fleet? I know we have designated technicians that work on our lease and rental vehicles. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so our lease and rental side is a fleet that we pretty much run here at Trivista. We provide trucks for our customers, and with that, we need to be able to keep our own fleet up. So we have our own technicians that maintenance them, service them, provide repairs in all aspects of these trucks. Whenever that truck goes down, it is a matter of time to us to get it back up and running and into the customer's hands. Usually the best fleet managers are great technicians as well, because they are able to help assist get this truck back on the road as fast as possible.
And they get additional training or specialized training?
Absolutely. There is specialized training. There is hours and hours of training that is available. The great thing about working for International in Trivista, the training that they provide is second to none. You are going to be as successful as you want to be.
Okay. So in addition to Navistar training, all the training, first of all, is free of charge, right? When you're working for us, we provide training that can be hands-on training, or it can be computer training online.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The training that we offer here, sometimes we allow the technicians to do it here on the clock. If the technician is eager to learn, they are able to do it at home, and we pay them their hourly wage at home to do training as well.
Okay. And then if they do the Navistar training, then we send them to Navistar Corporate, and we pay all their expenses, and they're able to get all that training under their belt.
Yes, ma'am.
While they're working. Okay, that's great to know. So let's talk about women technicians. Obviously, there's a lot of men out there, but we know that this field is becoming more and more attractive to women. So I'm going to ask the question, I know the answer, but can you tell us if we're actively recruiting for women technicians?
Yes, actually, we have several within Trivista right now. We have just recently hired one here in Louisville, and she is off to a great start. She is eager to learn. She is wanting to get in there. I'm really excited about her potential as she continues to develop.
Perfect. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I think that's great that we're broadening that horizon and making strides to accommodate both sexes within our service base and having her deal with not just our guys, but the customers as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. What about attracting diesel techs and the talent that goes along with that? I know for a long time you and HR were attending different career fairs. Are we still doing that? And can you talk a little bit about what you do and how you source who you're going to meet with?
Yeah, absolutely. It is incredibly hard just to go out into the wild and find a technician right now. So we have to be above and beyond in how we attract talent. So I will usually join our HR team, and I might bring another service employee as well, just to come with us to talk to students. Right now, we do a lot of hands-on with Fairdale High School. They are a co-op program that we are a part of. We donate to their program, and then with that, they're able to teach students starting at freshman year of high school all the way up until senior year. Starting their junior year, we are able to bring them on as a co-op student. So they will go to school half the day and then join us half the day as well. We've had great success with that so far. That goes back to our mindset of investing in the next generation to be successful. Stephen Krebs is the teacher out there at Fairdale, and he has been awesome at doing what he's doing. He is really teaching these young men and women what this field is about, and they come to us with a good bit of knowledge and eager to succeed in this field.
Yeah, and I know we do that in all of our other regions as well, Ohio and Iowa and Kansas. So if we bring in a student as a co-op and they work out and they want to continue down the journey, then they would come to work for us eventually as the apprentice and then work through those levels of certification that we've already talked about. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think it's important to talk to people about, working here at Trivista. I mean, obviously we're a great company. We've got 13 locations in 5 states, so we're a pretty broad spectrum throughout the Midwest. But we're just a great company to work for. So let's talk about just some of the many benefits that Trivista offers. I know we have competitive wages. We have a very comprehensive benefits package. A great company 401k match. Obviously, we have vacation and sick time. Something that's kind of unique here is we get your birthday off in your birthday month, and then, of course, the major holidays. And you get company-provided training that we've talked a little bit about. And that applies to other departments, not just diesel technicians. But in addition to all that, can you talk about what some of the other things diesel techs receive?
So our technicians, they do get an annual tool allowance after they have been with us for 90 days. That is great to add to their tools or to replace tools that have been lost. It really helps them out and encourages them. In that, you can get things as new boots. That counts as a tool as well. Okay. We do provide uniforms. We provide them. They turn them in at the end of the day. Company washes them, and they're hanging there for them by the start of next week. And then on top of that, there is proficiency bonuses. So once you have gotten your skill to a level where it is fast moving and the quality of work is good, you're able to qualify for a proficiency bonus, and that could be very generous depending on which level you're able to hit in that.
And is that paid on the quarter, at the end of the year? How is that paid out?
That is paid out every month.
Oh, every month.
Yes,
okay.
So there is an individual bonus and then also a shop bonus that is collective.
Okay. I honestly don't know. I think it's done that way corporate-wide. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. That's a great bonus for a diesel tech, obviously. And then we also offer a very safe work environment. I know you guys work hard to keep the service space clean, the floors mopped regularly, and things are kept very clean and safe. And Also a very friendly and supportive and encouraging work culture. I think it's important to mention that, especially now that we're talking about bringing women into the industry. We want to be inclusive and not and have a very welcoming environment for everybody that comes to work for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Joe, we're nearing the end of our time today. Is there anything else that you think you'd like to add? Did we fail to mention any other benefits or anything like that that you'd like to bring up?
Something just to kind of top it off, technicians are needed all across America, and it's not because it is a rough field to be in. I truly believe that it was a shortage on society's part to push trade schools. Being a technician is a very fulfilling career. It provides great life skills. You're able to do things for yourself and be able to provide for your family while doing it as well. Being a technician, for me, as I started out my career as a technician, it has been a blessing. I would encourage anybody to look into it if you do like to tinker on things.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more, and I think it's common sense because not everybody can sit in an office and do office work. We have to have people, laborers, that can work on trucks and work on your air conditioner, work on plumbing. I mean, we got to have those trades. So I think it's great that we're able to support that and really help educate the public on the many benefits and the great pay and the career opportunities for anybody that wants to enter this field. Okay, well, sounds great. Thank you again for your time today, and I've really enjoyed talking to you about diesel tech development and what we're doing here at Trivista. We would just invite anybody who would like to see the open positions that we currently have here at Trivista, whether it's a diesel tech position or any other position, please visit us on our careers page at www.trivistacompanies.com. See you next time.